What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Well, today I want to cover a topic that is a very sensitive topic, and this could get some people pissed off at me, and maybe not, but I mean, these are facts, and this is the truth. This is not like, I'm just tired of everybody fighting. There's so many people arguing and fighting right now because not only are we locked in our houses, but we don't have a life anymore. People, I don't think people comprehend what's going on right now. Right now, we're all alive, but we no longer are living lives. Okay? Being inside one area confined is like home confinement. Home confinement is a punishment for individuals that have broken laws. Not serious laws, but broken laws. We've essentially gone to that route. Now, it's not to the point where you can't leave the house. Okay? So technically, we're not on lockdown, right? But many people have decided, I'm not going outside of the house because it's so scary out there and I might die. I'm just going to sit in my fucking house, right? And that's their choice. But it's their choice, right? And this is what I don't understand. The people choosing to stay inside their house because whether they have, pre-existing conditions, immune compromised situations, elderly, if they're choosing to stay inside their house, that's fine. It's a choice. They don't have to go outside and walk their dog. They don't have to go to the grocery store. They don't have to. That's their choice, right? But it should also be the people who are healthy. It should be their choice to do things like, this is the one that really didn't make any sense to me, paddleboarding. We have the individual in California that was arrested for paddleboarding without a person a quarter of a mile around. There's nobody around him. He was arrested for it. And at first I was like, well, nobody's supposed to be out, right? And then I really started thinking, well, they didn't really say nobody's supposed to be out. They say, unless it's essential, don't go. Well, what does that mean? I mean, for many people, essential means working to put food on their table to survive. So what really is essential? There's essential jobs, non-essential. Everybody who makes money to support their family and keep them alive, that job is essential for their lives. So right now we don't have lives. We're living, but we don't have lives. Our lives have been stopped, just frozen in time. And many people that are not working right now can't afford their families and stuff. They can't afford to feed their families. And these $1,200 checks the government gave out are gone very quickly. So what is essential? What is non-essential? Where is everybody's choices? Everybody's choices have been taken away. Now, the reason for the lockdown was to make sure the hospitals don't get overrun. That's over. But now we have this situation where we were asked to not congregate in large groups, right? That's social distancing. And we had a stay-at-home order that they say but technically it's not enforced by law where you have to stay in your house. They don't want you in large groups, right? And I can understand that because that's where the most amount of people get infected. But the guy who was out in the middle of the ocean, he's around less people than you and I are at the grocery store, Walmart, post office, whatever. So why would he be arrested, right? And then I started going, well, some of this other shit doesn't make any sense. In Michigan, you can't buy an American flag because it's not essential. Why? Morale right now, mental health, I'd say if you put up an American flag because you're proud to be an American and people are walking by your house and they're fucking clapping and pointing at it, maybe it inspires them to put up an American flag outside their house, to me, that's actually a good thing. So why would you not want people to buy an American flag, right? There are people that have gardens. Now, the stay-at-home order is you're not supposed to go where there's a lot of people. You stay home, your own garden. You want to work on your garden. You want to do some home improvements while you're home. I'm sorry, paint is not essential. Seeds for your garden is not essential. American flags are not essential. Now things have changed. This is not about trying to get over the coronavirus. These are civil liberties. These are freedoms being taken away for the fuck of it. It wasn't the federal government. It wasn't Trump that said these things. It is the local governors deciding what the fuck they want to do and what actions they want these people to take based on what the governor wants them to do. And I'm like, and it's not even every state. It's state to state. Some states, in Virginia, we can go buy paint. Lowe's is open. We can go buy seeds for our garden. We can, American flags. Erin bought a sewing machine. She started fucking sewing those masks and stuff for friends at work, right? A sewing machine would be considered non-essential. So some places you can't buy it. In some stores, not here in Virginia. If I go to Target to pick up Erin's medication for her, or water or whatever, I can buy a shirt on the way out the door. Some places in Target and stuff like that, they have roped it off with caution tape that only allows you to go towards water and food. You can't buy anything else. They're like, well, we did it because, first of all, it doesn't make any sense why you did it. If people are worried about the economy, those stores that are remaining open, many of them are losing money also right now, like Target and stuff. So if somebody bought the water that was going to keep them alive and a t-shirt for $4 on the way out that they saw just sitting there, what the fuck? Well, we don't want people coming in. You think they want to stop people from coming in and shopping. You think people in the middle of the coronavirus when people are dying and they wear masks and they're worried to go outside, you think they got more to be like, I need a new fucking jacket, new shorts. Can't wear them anywhere anyways. I'm going to go to Target today and go shopping. No, people are not walking through the door to go shopping. They're walking through the door to get food, but who decides that you can't buy a t-shirt? Who decides? These governors are deciding. Now I understand why people are protesting. I understand why they're coming out of the houses. It's not because they don't care about other people's lives. It's not even about the lockdown. It's not even about coronavirus. It's about being told you can't have a flag because I said so. And that's not because there's an actual reason for it to help anybody and save anybody. You just can't buy it because I said so and I'm the fucking boss. That's like your mom and you're a kid saying, go do this. And you go, why? I'm your mother. I said so. Go do it. Like, it's control, right? It's a way to control you. Like, the mother's in charge. You're just a peon. You're a little kid. You don't understand anything yet because you're so young. Go do what I told you to do. It's the same thing. They're trying to be like parents. And I'm sorry, but the government is not our parents. We shouldn't be told that we can or can't buy this. If you're keeping Target open because it's an essential place to get food, guess what? Everything is fair game in there. What is the fucking big deal? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, they have alcohol. Oh, liquor stores are considered essential. Those are open. Liquor's essential? Since when? You could go without liquor for the rest of your life and you'd be fine. It's not essential. Vape shops are essential. Since when? You could never vape for the rest of your life, but those are open. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so you can go get a 6-pack of beer, buy a fucking thing of vape, and buy a hookah fucking thing, go back to your house, fucking smoke hookah and drink alcohol all fucking day long, which is actually bad for your body, and immune system wise would drop it. So if you did go outside, you might be more apt to catch the coronavirus. That shit's essential and cool. But you know what? To buy that American flag to put outside your door because right now morale is low. You're proud to be American. You want to show that your solidarity with the entire country, that you're positive, you're pro-America, you're pro-American. You can't do that. To me, that's actually un-American, stopping somebody from buying a flag. And I went, wow, now this is a whole different ballgame. This is not about coronavirus, hospitals, saving people from that's not what it's about anymore. It's getting actually very crazy. They're talking about having this thing that you carry on your keys to show that you're COVID-19 negative. What the fuck? We have had so many diseases in this fucking world. We've never had to be labeled and tagged like animals in the wild to see what the fuck, who's who and where they're going and what they're doing. We're being treated like animals, tagged and released like animals. What the fuck? Who is for this? Which one of you right now are watching and go, this is a fucking good idea? What? None of you think this is a good idea. But that's what's happening. And I'll be honest with you guys, I honestly believe in my heart of hearts 100% that the coronavirus itself, which is real, it's a real virus. It kills people. It makes people ill. You don't want to get this fucking thing. It is something that can fucking easily sneak up on you, put you in the hospital, and kill you within fucking a few weeks, right? You can be totally healthy, start feeling symptoms on Monday, by Friday you're fucking dead, right? After the incubation period of 1 to 2 weeks or whatever. So this thing is real. However, it needs to travel the globe. Just like measles, chickenpox, Ebola, AIDS, all these other things that when they came out, unbelievably deadly. Unbelievably deadly. And we didn't have to stop the world. Well, now we've all been locked inside these houses. Our immune systems actually start to not fight back because we're not exposed to germs anymore. Whatever's in our house, and we're trying to keep our house clean because we're washing our hands, we're cleaning everything because we don't want the coronavirus. We take our shoes when we come in, we wipe the shoes, we wipe the dog's feet. So our house is like cleaner than it's ever been. I'm saying pretty much everybody's, not just us. But at the same time, your body doesn't build up immunity to things. Your immune system's not there. You can take all the vitamin C you want and fucking eat. If you're not out there being exposed to things, you can't fight them off. You don't get antibodies, you can't fucking survive them. So by being locked in our homes, we're taking away our chances of survival by fucking with our immune systems. Matter of fact, we should all be eating better, not fruits, vegetables, healthy foods, wholesome foods. We should all be exercising, getting enough rest. We should do everything we can inside that house to be ready for when we go out there. Our immune systems will be stronger, so when we're exposed to it, we can fight it off. But we need to be out there to be able to fight it off. It's not going to happen if we sit in our houses. And now we have people complaining and bitching and moaning, and people are arguing, and I don't like the arguing. I don't like the fighting. If you have the point of view that we should never go back outside until we have a vaccination, everybody's vaccinated, here's the deal. You don't have to go outside when the country reopens. You can stay in your house. You can literally isolate yourself, social distancing, stay in your house until there's a vaccine. You don't have to go out in the world. You don't have to allow people back into your house. For you, if you decide that, nothing will change that's going on right now. You will stay in the state that we're in right now, okay? But there are some people that don't want to stay in that state. There are some people that can't live in this state anymore. Not meaning the state of Virginia, but the state that we're living in. Meaning they have to get back out, they have to go back to work, they have to live their actual lives. They want lives. They don't want to just live, they want lives. There's a big difference. So why do you care if all those people go out again and they all get sick? Why do you care? You can isolate yourself in your home and never leave until the virus comes. You don't have to, but the real problem is you have to get back to work too. You have to get back to life too. You don't want to stay locked down. However, you're so scared of going outside, you think that you should stay in the house for another 2 years, and so should everybody else because you're scared. Well, this is also, again, America, okay? And there's not a law saying we all have to stay in our homes for the next 2 years. If the government, and I mean local governments also, decide that, hey, it's time to get back out there and go, that's them giving us the okay. That means the people that want to go outside can go back outside. And I'll be honest with you guys, after 6 weeks, most people are not going to take it anymore. Most people are not going to stay in the fucking house for another month. It's not going to happen. That's why in China, they actually welded people in their houses. They were fucking nailing boards and shit and welding them in the fucking houses so they couldn't get out. Because they wanted them to stay in there indefinitely and people weren't having it. But we have other countries like, they haven't done any lockdown at all. They've just used social distancing and their numbers are nowhere near ours. What really happened with this whole thing is now they're finding out in November to December, this coronavirus was active in China. And we had flights coming in and out of this country from Wuhan as well as other surrounding areas that were landing in America, and that virus was being dispersed November, December, January, February, March. We're finally on par and we're starting a lockdown. That thing spread so fast because it was already in the country before we started doing anything. And those are facts, guys. Those are actual facts that they now know. They now know, meaning scientists. And scientists and doctors both are speaking up now. Actual scientists and doctors that have nothing to do with CDC, WHO, and politics. Actual doctors, actual mathematicians. I mean, these people are coming out of the woodwork going, here's the deal. Something is really off here. It's time to go back. So it's not like it's just people protesting because they don't want to stay in their homes. It's not that they're disrespectful or they don't care about human lives or care about other people and they're selfish. That's not what it is. They're not just on lockdown. Their civil liberties have been taken from them and they're being controlled. We're not in Virginia. I understand that. So to me, it's like so far-fetched, but I couldn't imagine being in Michigan and being like, oh, I'm gonna get some water, I'm gonna get some food. Oh, an American flag, perfect. I want to hang it above my fucking couch. And they fucking take it away from you. What the fuck? What do you mean I can't have it? Now you start wondering, why can't I have it? It's a flag. I'm not asking to buy an AK-47 or something. I want a fucking flag. Now you're like, why? And they don't have an answer because it's illegal. Well, why is it illegal? Because the governor said so. Well, why? Because it's not essential. But why? What the fuck sense does that make? Things are happening, and sorry, we had a call come in. Things are happening, and I don't know why the fuck they're happening like that. Why are they forcing people to do things that the federal government never said anything about this? It was never proposed by scientists and doctors to stay away from the flags and stuff. You know, like you can't buy seeds to plant in your garden. What is the big deal with the control? The only thing that I can figure is they're seeing how far they can push. The politicians are seeing how far they can push people and what they're going to take. And as soon as they push far enough, that Michigan governor overturned it. We're opening everything up. Sorry, guys. They backed right off. That governor did not come out and say, the reason why this is like this is because this. That governor didn't have doctors backing her up saying the reason why this is happening is because of this. None of that happened. What really happened was the people swarmed the Capitol and she backed right off. Like, oh, nope, okay, we'll open it back up. Okay, all done. We can't enforce these fines. There's too many people going on. Nobody's listening anymore. Fuck it. If this was really dangerous and really such a big deal, that governor would have preempted this whole thing when they were talking about coming out of the house and protesting with, this is why, guys. Listen, this is for your own safety because XYZ. That never happened because there was no explanation. There was no explanation as to why other than I felt like fucking doing it and wanted to see how far I could push it. That was it. To this day, even after the protest, the governor still, which is her responsibility, she's in charge of it, right? The state, still didn't come out and say, the reason why we have to do this is because of this. Please bear with us. We know it sucks. Nothing like that. It's just do what I say, and if you don't, I'll fine you, I'll put you in jail. When people rose too many to get arrested, they said, shit, we're out of luck. We're done. Okay, we're out. Like, fine, we'll start opening stuff. If it's so dangerous and so critical that we don't do it, why the fuck are you opening it up? Because people said they want to? You're in charge of that state as the governor. It's your responsibility to educate them and sway them back into understanding what the fuck is going on. But the problem is that's not what's going on. It is safe to go back out, and these fucking governors know it. What was done is done. And I don't know what kind of political stunt it is. I don't know. I have no idea why the fuck they're doing it because it is certain states. But one crazy thing is the states that seem to be the ones getting the craziest shit going on were the ones that were fighting with Trump all along, which really doesn't make much sense, right? They're the ones that always have something to go against him, or in these specific places are hot spots that are crazy, loaded with all kinds of people dying, even though most people don't know many people that have actually had it, which is interesting too. Like Aaron and I know Aaron's aunt, that's it. We know one person that's had it. So they don't even know people that have had it, but it's so dangerous. And like, what the fuck is going on, right? It's so dangerous we can't go back outside, but you can walk your dog, you can go get food. Like if it's that dangerous, none of us should be going out. They should have people with hazmat suits delivering boxes of food and stuff to the front doors of people, like they were in China, and having them take the shit out and leave the boxes there, and somebody would come by and pick up all the boxes and dispose of them because they're worried about the coronavirus. But we're still able to go places and do things, which means that in general, as long as we wash our hands and wear masks and don't fucking do anything stupid, we should be fine. So what the fuck is it with these governors? It doesn't make any sense. And I understand why people are frustrated. I understand why they're acting out. I understand why they're fighting back. And I understand why people see them and they go, oh, they're selfish and not thinking of others. I see both sides of the argument, but realistically, the people that are arguing saying that they're selfish and they don't care about other people, they're not in states where this is going on, where they're actually being oppressed. They're not living there seeing that stuff. It's not happening to them. Because the people that are complaining about, oh, they should listen, they should care about other people more, if they were living through that, they would only take it so long before they blew up too. The problem is it's so different from state to state. It's not a across-the-board thing. So my question is, okay, states, tell us why seeds for your garden, tell us why paddle boarding, tell us why buying an American flag, buying a t-shirt at a store you're already at when you're buying food, you would already be there anyways. Tell me why those things are illegal because the coronavirus can get to you because of these things faster. Well, if you bring a shirt home, it might have the coronavirus on it. The food and water you just bought might have the coronavirus on it. Everything you buy at a store might have the coronavirus on it. Everything outside that door of your home may have the coronavirus on it. So the shirt is more dangerous because, what the fuck are we talking about here? Oh, well, somebody may try it on and put it back and they might have the coronavirus. Somebody may have picked up that gallon of milk, looked at it, put it back down, and now the coronavirus is on that. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I'm all ears if somebody has an explanation that actually makes sense and not some kind of bullshit, because that's all we get is bullshit nowadays. So be aware, guys. I see both sides of the story, but I do think that it is time to reopen. Everyone has a choice. The people that want to go back to work and want to start their lives and actually live should be able to do that. The people that don't want to do that because they're scared should stay home and not go out. I mean, I'll agree with it. It's your choice. If you're home and you're like, I'm not going out there, and everybody else dies, hey, that's your choice. You survive, you win. But if people go out there and get exposed to it and build up an immunity to it, and you stay home and you don't, eventually you got to come out of that house. And eventually, you're going to get fucking slammed with this shit because everybody else is going to be immune and been around, and you're not. And now, even if you're not immune compromised, you're just one of the people that are scared of it, you are going to be like you're immune compromised unless you get out there in the public and start being around it. So I don't know what the right and wrong answers are, but I do know that life and living are two different things. You can have a life, right? Being alive and living are two different things. I can be alive in my house. I'm in my house right now. I'm alive, but I'm not living, right? I see my wife. I see my dog. Then we just sit there and fucking stare at each other in the house. It just doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's time for change. And I think 6 weeks is more than enough. And I think that we're going to see some real shifts once we get out there. I think things are actually going to be okay. I really do, in my heart of hearts. But I don't feel like anyone, whether it's the people staying home or want to stay home or are scared, I don't think they have the right to tell people that they should stay home or have to stay home and they shouldn't work or whatever the case may be. And I also don't think the people that are going out to work and want to get their life started should tell people that they have to stay home or they have to go outside. Everybody should be able to do what they fucking want to do. Take the precautions. If you get sick, you get sick. Hey, people get sick every day. And don't be like, well, Jerry, no. Listen, people get Ebola every day. People get HIV every day. People get they go blind every day. Shit happens every day to people. But it's their choice whether they want to go out of the house and possibly expose themselves to it or not. If that guy next door to fucking me wants to go out and fucking do whatever, he's not going in your house exposing you later. He's going to walk back in his house later on. What fucking difference does it make? You understand that the mailman has been coming in and out of our fucking building every fucking day. UPS, FedEx, all those motherfuckers could be infected. Every time I take the dog down the stairs to go out for a walk, I could be exposed to the fucking coronavirus. It's never gone away. We've never isolated ourselves to where we're completely gone. Every time you pick up an envelope out of the fucking mail, how many hands has that envelope gone through? How many places has it reached? That thing's not scanned and it's not scanned or actually looked at as if it has corona on it. It's not clean. They don't wipe every fucking letter down. So the coronavirus has been fucking entering your house every fucking day anyways. You walk into the grocery store, they're wiping down all the computers and shit. That fucking floor, people walking all over it. They're coming in from outside other houses, fucking work because they're still essential workers. There's coronavirus fucking everywhere. We have not fucking stopped it from fucking attacking. We have not stopped it from being alive. We have not stopped it from being a threat. We've stopped the hospitals from overflowing, and now it's time to get back out there and do our thing. And like I said, everybody has a choice. If you don't agree, just stay home. The problem is you understand that when people go out there and start working and they're okay, and you stay home, now money's getting tight for you. You're getting claustrophobic. You're realizing that you're sitting in the house for nothing and it makes you look like a fucking idiot. Not that saying that you are an idiot, but you're going to think you look like an idiot because everybody else is okay and they started their lives, and you're still too scared to stick your foot out the door. Eventually, you're going to come out that door. Are you going to stay in for the rest of your life? I mean, literally, this thing is no less or more deadly than it was when it started. It's no less or more deadly than it was in November and December. It's no worse off and no better than it was, and it's not going to be. It's just going to be here. And some people are going to die, and some people are not. The thing is, are you okay with not living? Are you okay with just being alive? Because that is not what human beings are supposed to do. We're not supposed to just be alive and sit around the house for years waiting for someone else to take care of us. We are supposed to be living our lives. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. None of that is going on right now. And I get the reason why it was shut down, but now it's time for that to start happening because again, we got to shift. This ain't all of a sudden going to change. We got to go back into the public and have a whole shift back to normal. That's going to take time too. By the time that's done and everything's back to normal, this coronavirus will be something that we'll have vaccinations for, we'll have drugs for, we'll know how to treat it, the hospitals will be ready, everything's going to be fine. But we have to start taking those steps now. And I think the people that are scared to go out, I think that, we shouldn't. They think that they're going to flip a switch and everybody's just going to go back to the malls and shit. You need to pay attention to what the fuck's going on and watch out for fake news. They reported that there was something like 1,400 new deaths in whatever county that was in Florida because the beaches opened yesterday. Newsflash, not only would they not be infected in less than 24 hours, but they wouldn't show any symptoms or signs in less than 24 hours, and they sure as fuck won't be tested and have the results coming back. So you tell me how all those people that went to the beach, all of a sudden they're infected with coronavirus and those numbers went up today. They didn't. It's absolutely fucking impossible. They couldn't have tested 1,400 people in one fucking day in less than 24 hours, and they all had symptoms because they went to the fucking beach for one day. Like some shit is going on, guys, right now that's not normal. But the bottom line is it's time to get out there and be human beings again. That's the bottom line. I'm Biosphere and I approve this message, and we're out.